Happy Tuesday. My name is Stephanie. I am doing Zen Mondays. Let me turn this down. Such a good song. Johnny Swim, man. So good. Hi, everybody. My name is Stephanie Virchaux. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. I am a motivational speaker, an empowerment coach. I'm also an energy healing, and welcome to this little express edition of Zen Mondays. Usually I do it on Monday nights at 7:30, but I had an event yesterday, so I'm doing it today. I felt an impulse to call in. So today's segment, it's so good. It's all about pizza. No, but really, it's all about the emotional needs behind our cravings. So I say pizza because for the past 2 weeks or so let me tell you how this started, how this came about, and I had such a big revelation yesterday. So I am live on Instagram and Facebook in case you guys see me going like this. So I've been craving pizza for about 2 weeks. And for those of you know, I live in New York City, not putting anybody's pizzas down, but our pizza here, it's so good. So I've been craving pizza, and I would tell my husband, like, all right, babe, tonight we're getting pizza. And then I would get home, or it would be nighttime, and I wouldn't end up ordering the pizza. I'd be like, let's get something else and just make something else. This little pizza dance went on for about almost 2 weeks. So yesterday I wake up, and then I was like, okay, so that's it. I'm feeling the pizza. Tonight we're having pizza. Great decision made. I'm on my way to the subway, and I started thinking about this pizza. I'm like, Steph, you've been really, I don't want to say obsessing, but this pizza situation has been going on for a couple of weeks. Like, what's going on? Because every time I would go buy it, I would then start thinking how I would feel like post pizza, and I'm like, I feel like my tummy's gonna hurt. I'm not gonna feel good. I'm gonna be bloated. So that was really what ended up pulling back from me not getting it. So yesterday on my way to the subway, walking to the subway, and I started thinking about this pizza. I'm like, okay, so I know why I have not been wanting to eat it, because I don't want to feel this way. But then I think, like, okay, why have I been wanting to eat this pizza? Like, why have I been craving this pizza? Like, how would it make me feel when I eat it? And kind of going like a little bit more in depth. So I started thinking, okay, so when I eat pizza, it's super comforting. So it would bring me comfort. Okay, that's fair. I feel playful. So when I eat pizza, it's like, you're reminded of when you were a little kid or you were a teenager and you did something good, and then your parents got pizza, or on the weekend, or maybe you're having a sleepover and, your parents end up ordering pizza. So playfulness. Okay, good. Fun, joy. Then I started thinking about impulse. So for me, like, I'm super impulsive. And I know there's a time and place to be impulsive. It's not all the time. But I love doing things at the spur of the moment. Like, I love just like that impulse. And buying pizza would be very impulsive because I don't tend to eat pizza like every day or whatever. So it would be like an impulsive thing, like, we're getting pizza. So I started thinking about all those emotions. You guys, this was like the huge revelation that then as soon as I started acknowledging all those emotions that would come from eating that pizza, the need and the craving for pizza itself started slowly dissipating. And then I started thinking, oh my God, it has nothing to do with the pizza. It's these emotions that I've been craving. For the past 2 weeks, I've been very serious and focused and adulting. I haven't been as much playful and doing those kind of things. So in essence, like, my body, my mind, my heart was telling me, like, hey, it's time to have some fun. It's time to be playful. It's time to be impulsive. The way I know how to, not only, but the way kind of came up the quickest was by buying pizza and eating pizza. And then I started realizing, like, oh my gosh, okay, so what things can I do right now, today, this week, that are gonna bring feelings of playfulness, of being joyful, of being impulsive, of having fun, of being excited, things that are gonna bring me comfort. So as you guys are hearing in, you guys keep logging in. Hi, everybody. So is this resonating with you? Have you guys had any kind of experience like this lately? I was sharing with my sister earlier, and I'm like, am I sounding crazy? Because I'm gonna share this. She was like, absolutely not. So I love to hear any thoughts. Give me some thumbs, emojis. Let me know if you can resonate. Okay, I see some likes. If you can resonate with how you figure out when you have a food craving, if it's truly the food that you're craving and whatever the pizza or the burger or the veggies or whatever it might be, or if it's an emotional craving that you're using food in order to be able to fulfill that emotional craving. So when it came to the things that I figure out, I ended up, so I love to color, I love to paint. I don't paint nearly as much as I not probably should, but you know, I don't know. It's like you have to take out the painting and the paper and put out newspaper. So the adult comes out and it's always like, that's not the most practical thing to do. But after I figure out that my craving of pizza had to do with me wanting to be more playful and joyful and excited, I was like, okay, well, what can I do today to do that? So when I came home later that night, I ended up taking out my paintings. I can actually show you what I painted, which was fun. And then for comfort, so one of the things with pizza is like, I wanted comfort, you know? So I ended up cooking some soup and cooking foods like a sweet potato and soup, things that were really, really comforting and that immediately really fulfill that need. So those were two things. And then the impulsiveness. So I guess I'm being kind of impulsive right now because I usually do my Zen Mondays. I'm super particular, like every Monday at 7:30. I couldn't do it yesterday because I had an event. I was going to do it tonight, but something came up. So I'm like, I'm just going to get live and share this message with people. So that feels impulsive. So that's really what I wanted to share with you. My main learnings and something that I definitely want to take with me and that I want to share with you. Next time you have like a huge craving for a food, right? So again, whether it's sweet, whether it's salty, whether it's super specific, sometimes the craving will come and have the craving, enjoy the craving. The food itself, it's not bad, it's not good. Hello, Rob! So the food itself is not bad or it's not good. It's next time you have a craving, think like, okay, why am I craving this particular food? So again, for me, it was the pizza. I'd been craving pizza and I realized that that wasn't going to fulfill me because when I ate it, it wasn't going to make me feel good. So when you have a food craving, what is it fulfilling? Are you truly, like if you imagine eating that food and really sitting with it, is it going to give you more energy? Are you going to feel energized after you eat it and excited and like full of energy? Or are you going to eat that ice cream or whatever it is you're craving and then after be like, oh, I'm going to feel sluggish. I'm going to feel tired. I'm not going to want to do whatever it is I have to do. So my tip number one is think about that food, what you're craving. Is it going to give you more energy or not? Number two, what do you think you're going to get from this food? So sometimes a food is a food and that's it and it's simple and we eat it and we nurture it. But most of the time we've taken food for granted and it's like we're anxious, we want to drink. We're stressed, we want to eat. Like for the longest time when I worked in corporate America, almost every day when I come home, I would have a glass of wine. And I realized recently the wine was just a switch for me to say like, okay, I'm not working, now I'm having fun. When really the reality is I could make the switch by taking a shower, stretching, breathing, working out. There could be 1,000 things that would help me do the switch. Alcohol every day is not something I need to switch my brain from work mode to fun mode. So number two is that what is it that food, is there anything is gonna fulfill something within you and like anxiety or any kind of thing like that? Or do you just want to have the food and then when you think about it, you're like, it's going to be instant gratification, but I know as soon as I eat it, I'm going to feel terrible. So of course, if you get I'm going to feel terrible and I'm going to regret it and then I'm going to punish myself and I'm going to guilt myself into having salads for the rest of the week because I did something wrong. just breathe, let a few minutes go by, let that craving go away, and I promise you, you're gonna start also building confidence and feeling so much better about yourself because you're not at the mercy of that craving. You're not at the beck and call of, I'm craving something, I'm gonna have it. Chill, food. Like, you're not controlling my life. I can eat you or not, but how is it gonna make me feel ultimately? So any questions, anything that's coming up for you guys, I would love to hear it. If nothing is coming up, okay, I see some hearts, so good. So for this second part of this Zen Mondays, I'm gonna do angel card readings. So part of what I do is, so I have a coaching business and I also do a lot of spiritual things that we would label in this world as very woo-woo, very out there, but they fulfill me. They bring me so much joy. They make me happy. I've been doing it for over 10 years. And the event that I did yesterday was all about angel card readings. So I went to this awesome bookstore / cafe on the Lower East Side here in New York City, and I did mini angel card reading sessions, and I've been getting so many questions from it. So I thought I would do a quick live. So usually the sessions are an hour. So let me get right into it. So angel card readings are, in essence, so many of you might be familiar with astrology or tarot, can't really pronounce it. So it's in a similar vein, but a little bit different. So I believe, and I know many of you out there believe this as well, that we believe in our angels, right? So whether they're spiritual guides, sometimes we have family members that have passed away and they become our guardian angels. We have an angel by the time we're born in our side, in our shoulder, and angels are guides. They're rooting for us, they're cheerleaders, they're always constantly with us, protecting us, guiding us, all this amazing stuff. So when I do angel card readings, I tap into your energy, always with the permission of the client, and I call upon your angels and I'm able to connect. So, you know, we are physical beings, we're spiritual beings in a physical world. So I believe that our physical self is a very small portion of who we are. We are huge spiritual beings. I believe in reincarnation and all that stuff. And this is just, we're physical beings in this world right now. So as spiritual beings, I'm able to connect with your angels on a very spiritual, energetic way. So with angel card readings, a lot of times I have clients, it's not about also predicting or telling you what's going to happen and what your future looks like. No, not at all. But what happens is, so I have a deck of cards, and then some clients have specific questions. So usually it's like, I'm seeking clarity or I'm seeking guidance in my career. You know, like, should I maybe change careers or should I stay doing what I'm doing? Or maybe they're in a tough spot in the relationship and they're thinking, hi, Fran, and they're thinking, should I stay with my husband or my boyfriend or should I break up with them? Or any kind of decisions. I get a lot of clients that are like, Steph, I'm open. I want to hear what my angels have to say. So the way it works is I do a quick meditation. I connect with the energy of my client, and then I pull between 5 to 8 cards. So there's a lot of messages that come through, and then I share the messages that come through, and then the client always tells me like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. So one of my clients yesterday in the event that I did, one of her cards was about workshops and seminars. So she hadn't told me what guidance she was seeking. She's like, I just want to know what my angels have to say. So one of the cards that came up were workshops and seminars. When I told her about her, I explained to her what it meant, and she was like, oh my gosh. So she's getting ready to retire, and she had been thinking about putting together groups because she wanted to teach something that was really special to her. So in this case, it was she was a little bit scared because she hadn't done it ever before, and she was getting ready to retire, and there was a lot of fear coming up, and is she going to be good about it? Is she going to be able to do it? And like all this crazy stuff we drive ourselves crazy with. So in this card that came up in the reading, it was a validation from her angels that when I shared with her what it meant, she shared with me what she was going through, and she realized that Like she felt it, like this is what I'm meant to do. And she got that confidence to know like this is her next step once she retires. So that's a brief example of stuff that comes up in the angel card readings. So for today's card, I connected and I meditated before the Zen Mondays. And then I asked my angel. So unless there's somebody here, by the way, why not? If there's somebody live right now that wants to do this, let's hear it. Let me know if you're comfortable. Just raise your hand or say me or Steph, pick me. I see some hearts. And if you're shy, totally cool, no pressure. Okay. Oh, me. Ah, I love it. Fran. Yes. Okay. So here we go. So Fran, just quick little background. We used to work together in our past lives. So let's do this live. So Fran, thank you. So I'm so excited. So I'm going to pull a card for you and let's see what it says. So all I do is I lay them out flat. I'm going to take just a quick second. Fran, do you give me permission to tap into your energy and your angels? Let me know if yes. She's logging in and connecting through Instagram. So I want to make sure that, hello, hi, Bobby. I owe you a text. I will okay, absolutely. Okay, so we're doing angel card readings live for those of you that are joining. And one of our watchers, she is a close colleague, a sweet, sweet friend when I used to work in corporate, Fran, has volunteered to do this live. So let's check it out. So I'm going to pull some cards and then Fran will be able to see how this relates to you. So let me just tune in to Fran's energy and angels. Just give me a quick second. Okay. Here we go. Ah, I love it. Okay. So this beautiful card that came up, it's God Box. I'll show it to you guys on Facebook. For those of you that are joining in, I'm just doing a live angel card reading. So, Fran, the card that came up is the God Box. So I'll tell you the meaning of it, and then I would love to hear what resonates for you, what's coming up for you, and what kind of validation do you get from it. So this is the message from your angels are telling you that they feel that they see that there is a concern, a worry, something that's maybe giving you anxiety and that's stressing you out that might be very present in your life. So is there anything, and you don't have to share any details at all, but is there anything that you have present in your life that is causing you just a specific, strong type of worry or doubt or concern? Let me know as things are coming up. I just want to make sure that you understand what this means for you. Hello, my friends on Facebook. I'm doing this on Instagram, so just give me a quick second as she's tuning in. I don't know if her connection, Fran, let me know. Oh my God. Okay, so she replied when I asked her, my mom is recovering from major spinal surgery. So again, it goes without saying that's a huge area of concern and worry, especially surgery, especially being your mom. So your angel, I love this. Thank you, angels. Okay, so your angels are asking you, or they're gently suggesting that you grab a piece of paper and, you know, it could be a journal, a paper, anything where you can write down your concern. You know, like what is your worry? You know, besides obviously worriness from having, you know, surgery and being your mom. But if you go a little bit deeper, what is your biggest worry about this? You know, is it I'm thinking of things with surgery, since we're not on a private session, but maybe, all the financial that comes with it. I'm not really sure how old she is, but, maybe her age and recovering, maybe, living with her or taking care of your mom. Does that put strain on you? Or kind of like anything, a little bit deeper than, what we think when somebody has surgery, and write it all down on a piece of paper, and then get a box. It could be a shoe box. It could be any kind of box. It could be, anything. Oh, okay. So Fran just shared that one of her biggest worries is that no one cares for her as much as she does, and her mom's 81. So sweet. Thank you for sharing, my love. And by the way, we can definitely continue this offline if you want to. So know that her angels and your angels are with her all of the time. So she's not by herself. You're not by herself. And her angels are caring and loving her as much as you do. And they've been with her like your entire life. So if that helps to know that there is that support and that guidance, I hope that brings a little bit of love and reassurance and just calm in your heart. So a big thing that the reason why this card came up for you is they're saying, write the worries, write the feelings, write anything that you want to let go, anything that's holding you back. Anything that's causing you pain and stress and worry and concern and all that stuff, write it all in a box and then put it in the God box. So you're going to put it in the box, you're going to put it away, even if the box is your underwear drawer, but it's the act of writing it all down, which helps you release, putting it away, and then have the faith and the prayer that once you put it in God's box, it's going to take it away from you, because ultimately, anything that comes after her surgery, it's not really within your control, right? So she's still going to get the love. We think it's within our control, but ultimately there's, 1,000 other factors. So your angels want you to know that concern with your mom having surgery, write it, put it in a box, and give it to the divine, whether you believe in God or the universe, in that force bigger than you, and know that it will be taken care of. It's not a matter of will it or will it not. Have the faith that it will be taken care of, but give it to God or the universe. In this case, it's the God box. How does that sound for you, Fran? How does it feel? Anything else that came up for you with the message and what it means and how you can apply it in your life? If anybody else on Facebook, if anybody else has questions, as Fran is typing back, let me know. But for those of you that are joining right now, I was just sharing a little bit of, I've been getting so many questions about angel card readings and what they mean and how do they work. So one of our listeners, a good dear friend that I used to work with, Fran, volunteered to do it live. So that this is the live interaction that I'm having with her. Thank you. It feels good to know we are being watched over. Yes, yes, yes. So as accountability, I am a coach as well. So accountability is a big thing. Are you comfortable in taking, so when angels give you messages, and this one, in particular, how are you feeling about moving forward and taking action and releasing it and giving it to God, the universe, and that bigger power, whomever you believe in? Is that something you feel comfortable doing? And if so, when do you think you want to get to it, and next steps for you? Any other questions coming up for you guys? As we hear back from Fran, if you're just joining in, welcome again. I would love for you to go back to the beginning of the episode. The time, okay, so she just said, the time has come to let it go. Yes, I need to have stronger faith. And in those moments where faith is difficult, just pray for it. That's it. Like, please, God, I don't know if you believe in God, but please, God, help me have stronger faith. Please help me have the faith to put it in your hands and to know that my mom is being taken care of. because in that act of praying, you are connecting with love instead of connecting with, you believe in God. Okay. I didn't want to, put any words, but you're connecting with love instead of connecting with fear. And in that moment where you choose to have that connection with love, fear of the might, could, would happen completely dissipates, because where there is light, darkness cannot exist. And right now, if there's a moment of darkness where there's a lot of anxiety and nervousness and worry about your mom, in essence, darkness is has the main seat, the main driver's seat in your car, in your mind. So we want to shift that. And even if you have to do it 100 times a day, keep going back to love. Thank you for, feeling comfortable and letting me do an angel card reading with you. I feel super honored. I hope this helped you. And if you have any questions, Fran, DM me. And exactly, I cannot control others. I can only control what's in my power. And most importantly, in those things that are in your power and they still feel out of control, then you can give it to God. I love you. I hope your mom heals quickly. And if you need anything or anything else comes up, let me know. So you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So there you have it, you guys. This was a brand new session of Zen Mondays. If you just tuned in, I did a live segment of angel card readings because I know some of you have had questions. If you missed the beginning, I talked about my pizza craving, and it wasn't really a food craving, but it ended up being an emotional craving that I was placing the pizza on. So it actually gets to be a lot of fun. If you love this episode, share with your friends, with your family, repost it. I am live usually every Monday night at 7:30. Today was just an exception. But anyways, my name is Stephanie Virchaux. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing week. I will see you around on Instagram, on Facebook, and I hope to see you next Monday live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Have an awesome week. Mwah. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Take care.